Despite all the hardships that are plaguing Europe these days, Germany's automaking industry is still expected to stand strong in the upcoming 2021 model year, being backed up by the country's massive wealth and long-standing leadership position in the segment. In today's episode of Automotive Territory, we'll be exploring all new and updated models, trying to determine whether precision and attention to details are still inseparable from German brands. Subscribe to the channel to get alerted about the next episodes, ring the notification bell, and enjoy the ride. Porsche 718 Cayman and Boxster GTS 4.0. Forget the turbo 4-cylinder from the entry-level 718s, since the new GTS 4.0 models breathe through the proper, naturally aspirated 6-cylinder lungs, borrowed from the last year's Cayman GT4. The mill is detuned slightly, transferring 400 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque to the rear wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox. Both the coupe and the convertible sport Porsche active suspension management with 0.8-inch lower ride height, torque vectoring with a mechanical limited slip differential, active drivetrain mounts, and a sports exhaust system. The two-seaters are also fitted with the 20-inch alloy wheels and big cross-drilled steel rotors with 6-piston front calipers. The interior of the new GTS is performed in dark Alcantara leather and carbon fiber. Plus, the Porsche Communication Management, a 7-inch display, and motorsports-inspired track precision app for your phone come as standard. Mercedes-Benz EClass. With its roots going back as far as 1953, the brand's executive E-Class occupies a mid-range position in Mercedes' lineup. In 2021, the model arrives with a facelifted exterior, more standard driver assists, smarter infotainment tech, and plenty of drivetrains to choose from. In Europe, the sedan and the estate version of the E-Class feature a total of 4 diesel and 8 gasoline engines, including 5 electrified and 3 AMG performance mills. In the US, the usual selection will add a long-promised 350e PHEV model, a new E450 powered by an inline-6 instead of EV6, plus an all-terrain wagon model. The exterior highlights of the updated E-Class include redesigned all-LED head and rear lights, new grille, and revised bumpers. The level of standard equipment has been raised as well. It includes dual 10.25-inch digital screens, MBUX with voice control, and a new steering wheel with hands-off detection. VW GTI, GTE, and GTD. Going along with the generational shift, the Mark 8 Golf is receiving a new trio of performance trims, which are characterized by efficient drive systems and shared design and equipment philosophy. You can distinguish the newcomers by the open front bumper with wings, striking low-down positioned LED headlights, honeycomb grille, and a new rear diffuser with dual exhaust pipes. The GTI is brought to life by a 2-liter Turbo 4 that makes 245 horses. GTE gets a 1.4-liter plug-in hybrid mill that matches its gasoline counterpart, while the GTD diesel features a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder TDI power unit with an output of 200 HP. Inside, there is lots of new tech, including a large digital instrument cluster, a 10-inch infotainment display, and a 30-color lighting system. The seat's upholstery keeps the classic sports checker pattern, plus each model gets original red, white, and blue stitching. Audi RS5 Coupe and Sportback. The entire A5 family is being facelifted as we speak, but our attention should be glued to its most striking 2- and 5-door members. These dynamic all-rounders acquire the 3-dimensional shoulder line, longer hood, extended wheelbase, and short overhangs. The front traditionally gets glossy blackout finish for the honeycomb grille. The way is lit with the RS-specific darkened matrix LED headlights, and the vents get new pentagonal geometric cut. The RS5 range sports a 2.9-liter V6 mill with 2 turbochargers, good for 450 horses and 443 pound-feet of torque. This is sufficient to ensure 174 mph top speeds and 0 to 60 of 3.9 seconds. The mill is controlled via an 8-speed Tiptronic and a quattro all-wheel drive with self-locking center differential. Plus, the electronic stabilization control has 3 modes with wheel-selective torque control. The interior is kept in black, with red or gray RS stitching, Nappa leather, and the cockpit now features 10-inch MMI display, HUD, and virtual dash. BMW 4 Series Coupe. Already spotted wearing camo multiple times, this two-door is expected to be unveiled in June 2020 at the online presentation. The final looks of the newcomer are still debated, and it remains a mystery whether the 4 Series will be keeping the conservative kidney grille or shall acquire the nose job previewed by the i4 concept. It rides on the latest cluster architecture and acquires bigger dimensions, though a sleeker profile. The powertrain selection is yet to be confirmed, but likely will be represented by the 255 horsepower 2-liter inline-4 and 3-liter inline-6 twin-power turbo. The latter makes 374 horsepower and features a 48-volt mild hybrid technology that can boost the output by another 11 HP for brisker acceleration. The 8-speed torque converter automatic gearbox channels power to the rear wheels or to all 4 in the X-Drive configurations. Porsche 911 Turbo S and Turbo S Cabrio. This is a new, range-topping version of the 8th generation 911 sports car that is going on sale both in coupe and convertible body styles. The Turbo S gets a wider stance, enhanced aerodynamics, all-new engine, and plenty of comfort inside. More power requires more traction and stability, so Porsche's front and rear tracks become wider by almost 2 inches, while the adaptive cooling air flaps and the bigger rear wing increase the downforce by 15%. For the first time in the model's history, the 911 gets different diameter wheels, 20-inch at the front and 21-inch at the rear. All of these modifications were destined to squeeze the maximum performance from the new 3.8-liter Boxster engine that delivers 640 ponies and 590 pound-feet of torque. When optioned with the Sport Chrono package, the Turbo S sprints from 0 to 60 mph in 2.6 seconds, while the convertible is just 0.1 seconds slower. Audi A3. Audi has been meticulously updating its passenger car range, and for 2021, the turn has come for the entire A3 family to cross over into its 4th generation. The updated A3 is offered as a sedan or 5-door sportback, both of which grow in size slightly across all dimensions. On the outside, you will instantly notice Audi's large single-frame grille with honeycomb structure flanked by new LED headlamps. Those can be upgraded to matrix LEDs with integrated DRLs. At launch, the models will offer 2 engine choices: a 2.5-liter TFSI gasoline with 150 horses and optional mild hybrid tech, or a 2-liter TDI that nets either 116 or 150 HP in case of the Sportback. The sedan only gets the more powerful TDI. The A3 also adopts the latest Audi connectivity tech already installed on the full-size siblings, boasting a standard 10.25-inch digital dashboard and a 10.1-inch infotainment. What do you think of German precision and automaking? Are their models any good till this day, and which one is your favorite? Share with the world in the comments once you have reviewed the entire lineup. Like this episode, and let's get back to it. BMW i4. When it goes on sale, this all-electric member of BMW's 4-door coupe family will become the 5th model from its i sub-brand. The i4 currently exists in its prototype form that has been revealed testing in winter conditions in December 2019. The model retains the Grand Coupe profile of the concept and has its lightweight design, intricate LED headlights, and aerodynamically advanced rear section. The controversial huge front grille seems to be there as well, though it is covered by camo. The 530 horsepower powertrain is expected to ensure 0 to 60 sprints in under 4 seconds, while the top speed will be limited to 124 mph. In addition, the all-new Claire modular platform will accommodate an 80 kWh battery, good enough to cover up to 270 EPA miles. Audi RS6 Avant. When unveiling the new generation of the A6 sedan, Audi stated that they have no plans of bringing its wagon version to the United States. Since then, the Germans have decided to make an exception for the top RS6 Avant, which will debut for the first time in history as a 2021 model. Putting aside its everyday functionality, this Avant is all about unrivaled dominance on the road. The 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, paired with the 8-speed Tiptronic transmission and quattro permanent all-wheel drive, puts out 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. With the new launch control, even a rookie driver will get to 60 in 3.6 seconds, while the top track speed is 155 mph. This wagon rides on adaptive air suspension with controlled damping, plus there is an optional RS Sport suspension with dynamic ride control. The performance aspect transitioned to the interior and includes RS accents, new MMI touch response system, and Audi virtual cockpit. BMW 330e and 330e xDrive. The 3 Series PHEV family finally arrives to the American shores with the BMW's latest eDrive technology, advanced driver assists, and upgraded infotainment system. The 330e is powered by the 2.0-liter turbo engine, developing 181 horsepower, which is assisted by an electric motor. With the joint's efforts, the hybrid boasts a combined output of 288 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. In the electric mode, the rear-wheel drive 330e can cover up to 22 miles, according to the EPA standards. That number drops to 20 miles if you opt for the all-wheel drive model. Another good news for the fans of the genuine BMW elegance is that the 3 Series PHEVs bear a more classic kidney grille with active shutters, standard 18-inch V-spoke wheels, power front sport seats, leather steering wheel, and a moonroof. By the way, in Europe, the 330e model is also available in wagon body style. Mercedes-AMG 1. Mercedes first unveiled the AMG 1 concept all the way back in 2017, so by now it has nearly become an urban legend. However, according to the recent test footage, the promised 275 units of this road-legal hypercar will be finally hitting the assembly lines in 2021. The powertrain for this racer was adapted from the Formula 1 W07 hybrid and includes 5 motors. To be specific, 2 electric motors that send power to the rear wheels, a 1.6-liter V6, and 2 more e-motors integrated directly into the turbocharger and the internal combustion unit. Since this mill will rev at 11,000 RPM, outputting 1,000 horses, a full rebuild will be required after just 31,000 miles or 50,000 kilometers. This sacrifice will give the one a 0 to 60 mph time of just 2.7 seconds, 0 to 124 mph under 6 seconds, and the top speed of 217 miles per hour. As you might have noticed, there aren't any crossovers and SUVs in this video. Well, the number of German new cars is so big that we had to split the episodes in a 2-parter. So subscribe to our channel not to miss the second volume of our 2021 review, which will be released shortly. Tell us which new German car is your top pick, like this video, and may the torque be with you!